And go ahead.
No, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I mean? It's very, very so often, you know what I mean? We lost one of our loved ones and our loved one came back to us. She came home. You know what I mean? She came home, you know, and nigga could see I'm happy.
Yeah,
you can see I'm happy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chaos Culture Radio. This is Prince Hakeem.
Hey, this is your man, Ronnie Ron.
This your boy, New Jordanaire. Let's go. Let's get it.
And we have the fabulous, lovely lady.
And it's Erica Perry here to discuss and get down to the nitty gritty. Let's go.
Yay!
Let's get it. No, but first, before we get there, I want to say, Erica, I want to congratulate you on your endeavors in getting your MBA. You know what I mean? We all about women empowerment. We putting the women first. We putting the women before the men here today. You know what I'm saying?
Are you sick? What's going on with you?
That's what we do.
Like, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
Is this the Matrix? What's going on?
2022.
In 2022. Yeah.
No, but this one, Hakeem, I had to bring Erica in because I just want to get her thoughts on a woman's opinion on have women given up on dating in 2022. And you know, she's very intelligent, very smart. You see, she's going for her degree in business, so you know she's about to go in.
Yeah, see that background. So no cheap men. No cheap.
Here we go. Well, I've had discussions with, you know, countless of girlfriends, the ones that are single, and it's rough out there. Yeah. I can speak for myself personally. You know, having conversations with these men that are out here right now is just, it's for the streets. It's like, what's going on? You know, it's the lack of communication. And instead of people, I feel like a lot of men and some women too, but I feel like, just like I said, regarding my recent dating history, a lot of men are just like stuck in that, oh, this is the way I am. Oh, I don't communicate. Like, when do we take like negative things and just decide that they're personality traits? Like, when are we not going to work on ourselves? And I'm encountering that a lot. It's quite frustrating. And then it's like the games, the pettiness, everybody wants to be a savage. It's like, let's have a real conversation. Let's get to know one another. Let's see if this can go somewhere. And if not, let's part ways. Healthy. Ghosting. I just feel like, especially in the area I'm in Miami, the dating culture here is horrendous. And it's just not me. Like I said, I've talked to other people and the men too. It's just rough out here. You know, Miami is a very materialistic place. So everybody wants to be flashy. And when it comes to trying to get to know someone, all the antics in the show and the theater, all that has to go away. In order to move forward to something worth your time, you have to get to know one another. And I feel like that step right there is missing. People are either jumping into things too quickly, or they're just putting on a facade for social media. So
let me ask you a question on that. Do you think over time, as you get older, standards starts to change a little bit, and maybe people start to reflect on, okay, it's hard to find what you're looking for because your standards have changed?
1000%. I feel like as you get older, each relationship that you go through, you learn something about yourself and what you want. So it's like, as you get older, it's not that you won't be open to certain things. It's just certain things you know are not for you. So you're like, I'm not going to waste my time. And I feel like as you get older, you make that adjustment. You know what you want.
No, 100%. I personally, you know what I mean? I personally think, you know, one thing I do agree is this. Miami and every other predominantly Black, you know what I mean, areas in the United States where you see there's an unequalness right now as far as this. You and I know, like you say, majority of women here go to school. Men don't go to college here. Not a lot of us.
Yeah.
So I could tell, and then a lot of men are not as open-minded as women are. A lot of people are not traveling, you know what I mean? So I can feel that, you know what I mean, a lot of women who are not going to move, because you know what I mean, that's one thing too, to say, hey, maybe you might need to move to go find your mate. You know what I'm saying? But sadly enough, when you go move to the other place, it's still the same thing.
Yeah, it's like I said, I can only speak for Miami because this is where I live.
Mhm.
But you know, I do feel like there are maybe in other areas that are not as materialistic, people are a little bit more open to actually not wasting someone's time. But I don't know, it's just, I mean, we're not even discussing the topic of like when it comes down to race, because that's just a whole nother.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But just going from like the men and women aspect, I don't know, like, and then you have, obviously it's funny to me, you have so many options now. You have like, you can go out, you have the dating apps, which I've had no luck with those at all. I guess for me, I need more of an organic type of meeting, you know, meeting someone, seeing how they are. You know, I've been on a couple of dates from like the dating apps, and some creeps on there. Some real creeps.
No, but Erica, question, you said the dating apps don't work well for you. How come? Because normally a woman, especially
it's a lot of, I mean, I'll be honest, it's just a lot of men on there that want to fuck. And some of them will be honest, which I can respect. If you're going to be like, hey, look, I'm trying to fuck you, I'm trying to make you, you know, I'm trying to make your eyes roll behind your head. I'm not looking for nothing serious. I can respect it. But there are men who will put on a facade. They'll be asking all these questions. They'll be like, yeah, you know, I see my future. And then they just want to smash. You know, like they're trying to get you to their house. I'm like, bro, I just met you. You go over there and they're all over you. And they're just like, come on, give it to me. You know you want it. I'm like, I thought we were trying to get to know each other. You're just trying to get in my drawers. Boy, get away.
Nah. You know I'm gonna ask a pivotal question.
Go for it. You know I'm open book.
Are these the niggas with money or these the niggas without money that's doing this? That's the question.
I don't want to say that I. How do I say?
Are these the Jean Baptistes?
I don't really date cheap men.
You don't think you say so? You don't. So these are the guys. So okay. So these are the guys who probably have careers and degrees that are doing this.
Yeah, but like just like with, I feel like no matter what a level of man is, he can be a man at the end of the day. Thinking about pussy. So the rich men, the middle class, and the poor, they all have, a lot of them have a lot of the same thing on the brain.
No, you see, I understand what you said, but I do disagree because a nigga at Walmart can't do to you that a nigga with money can. Because you won't even consider even talking to somebody like that.
No,
I didn't say that. I didn't say
me.
No, I know that. But I was just giving an example. You know?
I mean, I see your point, but just because somebody can give you more doesn't mean you have to accept something.
No, 100%. 100%. I totally agree with you. But I say this, if a man who has something going for himself and has, let's point and say this, dating apps never work for men. Women have the advantage because there's a lot more options for you. You can pick and choose who you want to talk to. Men don't get as much as clicks and likes that you might get. I know the thirst must be real in your inbox. You know what I'm saying? So the point that I'm getting is, if you have these options that it is, why is it so hard to filter them out?
Good point.
I guess because I don't know if it's like a generational thing. It's just, I feel like a lot of them read from the same handbook. You know, I go on these dates, I have these conversations, and I'm just like, bro, what? You know? And I like I said, I've done the whole online dating. I do travel a lot, but in the terms of like just going out in Miami, I don't really do, you know, I'm a homebody, you know? So I feel like in order for me to kind of maybe meet a person that I have in my mind, maybe I need to get out there more in different spaces. And that's something that, you know, I can be like, okay, let me change up my, what I'm doing to see if I get a different outcome. But as of right now, like the men that I am meeting, whether it's online or, you know, through passing, it's been very similar vibes.
Yeah, but the thing that I want to ask you, because most of the time you gotta understand something. When a man to a woman like yourself, I'm being honest, you're very voluptuous. So his mind gonna automatically go to sex. I'm just keeping it real with you. So I think it's something else like a woman like yourself have to show him besides your look, because that's all he sees is your look.
No, but I understand that. Like, I mean, I think about sex too. I'm a very pro-sexual person. I see men all the time and I'm like, dang, I want to smash. But you know, it has to be at this point in my life. Like I've had my friends with benefits. I've had my fun moments, and I just think I'm past that. I'm looking for something more solid. I'm looking, you know, I'm trying to change my mindset of like, okay, I'm trying to be a wifey. So it's like that kind of energy is not what I'm looking for. Of course, you're going to be attracted. I expect you to be attracted to me. I expect you want to have sex with me, like, you know, but and I'm not saying that just because you do have sex early on, that doesn't mean that it's not going to be what you wanted. But I feel like a lot of the time a man judges whether a woman, you know, if they smash early or not. Let's be real, you know.
Yeah, that is true. Go ahead.
So it's like, I want to get to know someone, because sex, I can have sex with a man and it can be great, but he can be absolute trash. Yeah. So it's like, you know, at this point in my life, I want both. Why can't I have some bomb sex with a man that treats me?
I love this.
No, you
Hey, Hakeem, just let me know when y'all. Let me know.
You can. Let me know. You can jump right in. Listen.
Because I don't know if Ronnie and Hakeem let you know that I'm married, and I've been married for like 2 years, and I've been with my wife. Thank you, and I've been with my wife for 12 years now.
Wow.
And
I think that's beautiful. So
yeah. So what I'm hearing from you is that you sound feminine. You look beautiful. You know what I'm trying to say is, and what I'm hearing is like this, and if like with one of the reasons I left Miami, because I live in LA now, because it's not of a right area type to raise like a family.
Yes, no.
And to me, the men that you're looking for, they're not going to be in Miami.
Thank you.
They're not going to be in Miami. The men you're probably looking for are probably like areas that, like, I don't know, what cities have you been through to? Like other cities that you've been through?
I've been to Dallas. I've been to LA. I've been to Boston. I've been to what is it? Tallahassee. I've been to Wagner in South Carolina. I've been to Charlotte. I've been like a couple of places, not like a lot, but like, you know, but it's just more, those places are usually like more vacation. So, you know, I'm there for a couple of days and I see, you know, I don't really get to hang out and get a feel of how dating is or like the men there, you know? So.
So, out of those cities you name, if there's any of those cities which you maybe like to think about moving there, maybe, or
you know, I've had this like mental discussion with myself, and I don't feel like Miami is for me. So, you know, I have been thinking about relocating somewhere else. You know, I'm done with my program in August, and I think that I really want to, you know, find something outside of Florida. I think I want to leave the state in general. So I really like Dallas. One of my best friends stay there. I've been there more than once. It's more affordable. People are nicer. It's a little bit, you know, a little bit more conservative. Dating culture is completely different. Like and it's funny thing is I brought up my friend. She was here, toxic relationship. She went there within 6 months. She met her guy.
Wow.
And now they're getting married this year, which I'm going to the wedding in July.
Wow.
So, but it's, if we ever get into like a crazy like story, how him and I know each other will blow your minds. But that's a whole nother thing. But he's a great guy. And yeah, it happens all the time. Like another friend moved to LA, found her man. She's supposed to be getting married later this year. They're still trying to finalize the dates. You know, people go. My other friend, she moved to Myrtle Beach. The most amazing man she met. Like he treats her like something out of a movie, and like, you know, so she's not used to that. She's just like, oh, oh, she's fighting it. She's like, no, he's like, everything I tell him, he's all over me. He's like, accept it, embrace it, girl. But when you're so used to toxic, that's all you know, and chaos.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like,
I have
why are you so nice? Why are you communicating with me? You try to fight it.
But I have a question about that. Sometimes I think I want to know, what is the type of archetype of man that you're looking for? You know what I mean? Which is really important. Because I wanted to say something too earlier. You know what I mean? Your husband ain't gonna have the best dick.
Of course not. But that's the thing. For me, I feel like when it comes to sex, well, you wait. Okay, let's say that. So maybe I meet somebody, he fits all of my qualities, but the sex is like, there's training.
No,
practice.
There is. Because look at here. There's guys here who don't even get hollered, who not even get a chance to even holler at some of the chicks like you, because you don't. The question I'm saying, like, a lot of girls don't see some of these guys as even being fun.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Like, there's one person who I have in mind. He's just a good kid, and I know he can't typically holler at certain type of women. You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking?
Yeah.
The guy picking for Walmart again?
No. She, you know the one I call my son.
You talking about Richard?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
But he's intelligent.
Very intelligent.
Intelligent, graduated, you know what I mean, very smart guy, clean cut, but he doesn't super cool, but he don't have that drip.
I feel like any woman, just knowing Richard for it's been a year now, he's amazing. Any woman would be lucky to have him.
Lucky to have him, but nobody's not hollering though.
No, is it
you see what I'm saying?
Hakeem,
you see, look how she looking.
Hakeem, how old is he?
No, he's about our age.
How old is he, Erica?
So cute. I think he's like a year younger than me.
He's a year younger. Listen,
I don't know. I think he's not.
Listen,
I don't know the age. Like, what's the age? I don't know the age. What's the number? I'm sorry.
I'm 29.
He's 29.
29. Okay.
He's 28. Listen.
Okay.
He's 28. He went to college, has this, but this is what I'm saying. Like, women have a certain archetype of the type of man that they get. So that and you can be honest, and as somebody, you can be fixated on what you want and be tunnel vision on that, and everybody else doesn't even get noticed after that. Men, on the other hand, our visions is a little bit different. You could be a certain kind of way, but if you fit certain qualities, we'll take you home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying. Like, have you been in that type of situation where you've met somebody that's like my son?
I have, and he was a nice guy, but I don't know, it was just like a lack of chemistry. It was just but it wasn't.
listen. The people that's gonna give you 30 years of marriage is the ones you might not have the best chemistry with.
True. But I think for him, I don't think he was a one that got away. He turned out to be like a messy individual.
Okay. Yeah.
But I can definitely see what you're saying, as in, like, sometimes you have to not necessarily focus on like all these check marks. Like, okay,
the list that or
gotta be flexible.
You got to be flexible, because here's the thing: a lot of these guys who we went to high school with, who are like my son, they don't never get them type of girls.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about the women who are like you, educated, fit, beautiful. Y'all tend to and I'm not saying y'all tend to want somebody that has a little bit of gangster in them and has an education. Those are anomalies.
Because the gangster considered masculine. That's why.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That don't have, but listen here. When they go date out y'all race, y'all don't get that.
No, it was gonna come.
It has to come there, because listen, you know them white boys don't got drip like that. And
no,
listen,
they don't.
They don't, but women take a seat back from that because white boys come with something else. Don't get me wrong. I've spoken to women who say they love a little bit different. Financially, they're on a whole different space. You know what I'm saying? So when we're talking about just periodly on why dating is so messed up here in Miami or here in a lot of other places, because listen here, there's some women in Houston going through some issues.
Yeah.
It's some women in New York, in Mobile, and in LA. LA is a very competitive market. Miami's a competitive, Miami's a competitive market for Instagram hoes.
Yeah.
I got it. Let's be very specific.
No, you're right.
Yeah, not women like you. Women like you.
I just feel like they're all like, I feel like they all kind of follow a same pattern. Like they get all the surgeries done.
Yeah.
And then boom, pictures, half naked.
And I tell people this all the time. The women that I'm talking about, they don't get taken home to mama. A lot of these girls date scammers and thugs. When we talking about who really get married, what you see a man sleep with is not what he married.
That's very true.
It's totally different. So, but the point is, in what we're trying to understand is, you know what I mean, a lot of men are not even approaching women anymore. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I think, I mean, not to be controversial, but I feel like that it could be many different reasons. I know I've talked to some of my guy friends, and some men are like, I don't even know if I can approach a woman these days. Like, I don't want Me Too. Oh, she looked at me wrong, sexual harassment.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to have a conversation. So we're having a generation that lacks in like speaking and, you know, basic conversation, like start a conversation like, hello, how are you? Or what's your name? What are you like? You know, stuff like that.
Imagine this. It is okay for certain men to approach a woman if you're drop dead gorgeous to her. It's harassment if you a fat, ugly nigga and your belly hanging out.
See, it's the double standard. That's, you know, for me, I'm not with the double standards. I'm not with the wishy-washy. Oh, one way. I feel like we all need to be on the same accord. Like you can't pull that, you know. But I see it all the time, you know.
So you noticing that and noticing the point that it's only getting worse now, because you know there's more and more people who are single and opting out for marriage, which you know.
And it's just like I feel like a lot of, you know, the generation, especially Gen Z, they're jumping on this whole, you know, anti-marriage thing and anti-relationships. We want 3 and 4 relationships, or we're not going to commit.
Polyamorous.
So it's like, I don't know. I don't see how we can change it. I like you said, it's getting worse, and I contribute a lot of it to social media. I feel like social media started off so well, but it's been damaging to this entire generation.
No, definitely. So
Facts.
I want to bring this full circle, and I want to see if we to come to a meeting on this, and if y'all can hear me on this. Now, if we already know that men with money can date who they want to type of date, and some they tend to be assholes, right? And women tend to want to be with that, fixated on that reason, because you know what I mean, of that masculinity, of the point that they might have some, so they got a little bit of money. Now, when are we? And I want to say this to a point to try to get a perspective, and I know I have my opinion about this, and I know I know people wanting to be with somebody that they 100% like and feel like that, but you don't tend to get all of that.
Yeah.
If you have a large group of men who want to be with women like you, what is it going to take for a woman like you to maybe look the other way on some things to be able to get a marriage going?
I just feel like, so obviously there's some things I'm just like unacceptable, but I know we like spoken about like finances.
I agree with you on. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do think that, I mean, obviously, if I'm trying to bring a lot to the table, you know, I want somebody to match that, you know? I think I mentioned this last time. I was like, I'm not gonna be honest and be like, I'm going after someone. What was the example? The cart guy, like whatever. But if I know that, okay, he's working at Target getting carts, but he's going to school because he wants to better his life. Like, I think that I would entertain it. I would be like, okay, let's go on a date. Let's hang out.
Okay.
I just feel like I'm at this point in life. Maybe not 5 years ago. Maybe I would have been like, nah.
but I think the only reason why you're getting older, so you're trying to see what you. But here's the thing: the point I'm getting. What about people like my son?
What about it?
Why? Like this? The point. There's thousands of niggas like him out here.
Hey, Hakeem, what I'm getting for her, it's like she want to date somebody older. This is why I'm hearing from her, that she wants security. And this is what I'm hearing. It's like I just hear like she just want to be secure.
No, go ahead. I agree with you.
And what she's saying is, it's like okay, so like you want an older man, because we usually older men, they're very secure.
No. But it has to be a little bit deeper than that. Because let me tell you something. There's a lot of women that are like Erica. I mean, educated and can't seem to find the type of person that they want. But here's the thing: there's guys like the guy who I call my son, who has a good job, who works, and he's educated, but the women that are on his level are not dating him like that. And I'm not, and I'm just saying this because I don't know what he's going on. I haven't spoken to him in a while. You feel me, Shannon Tate? So I don't know if he's booed up or not, but I know a couple friends. I got friends who are my age who are like him, who can't get certain women like you. So the thing I'm saying is this: where that has to become a medium where the woman can understand, like, hey, you want somebody to love, and you might have a particular type of man you got. He might have a little bit of swag, but you might not get 10 years out of him. When you know you got somebody like him who might adore you, he just might not be what you're used to dating. Yeah. But listen here, we always, I mention this all the time. Arranged marriages are some of the marriages that last forever.
They're very successful. They don't talk about that.
They don't talk about that. Some of them people don't have the best chemistry.
But you know why? People think that, you know, when it comes to arranged marriages, they just pick two people. No, they do a lot of research. And I think people need to understand that, yes, you should marry and be in love, but marriage is not just about love. I look at it as a partnership, a business partnership. Yeah. You know, there has to be more than just love going into it, because if you're going on love or you're going on sex, it will fail. It's just.
But let's get back to this point, because there's a point I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
Why is it, an example, why is it that you see somebody like Richard and the thought in your mind won't click, oh, I could date him, or I could marry somebody like that?
I guess, like, okay, if we're gonna use Richard for an example, I think he's.
Wait, that's his real name though? That's not his real name, no, bro. That's his real name. Try not to use his name.
Yeah.
On the safe side.
We'll call him my son.
It's too late now.
No, but I didn't know that was his real name. I thought it was a fake name. No, but be careful with that. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Your son, I think he has like a lot of qualities, but at the same time, maybe, I don't know. Like I don't see anything wrong with Richard. I think he's great.
But what? Just, and I'm not saying you. Why is some people might not click and be like, oh, he you could definitely say he can be good, a potential.
Maybe I think that maybe with his or with him or like guys similar, maybe it would just be more of like security. I don't think there's security there.
But I was not. He graduated.
Another question. I got a question. I got a question, Hakeem. I got a question for you. I got a question for Erica. This I'm gonna play. I'll say. Do you see yourself having sex with him?
No.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
She's not attracted. That's it.
That's it.
You're not attracted to.
No, but the thing with a woman, attraction, man, I understand. It grows in a period of time. It's just not in one shot.
It does.
I mean, it's most men I don't want to have sex with, but you know.
After you have an engagement conversation, women automatically get wet underneath, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Erica told me two things. She don't feel secure.
You didn't see how she smiled? You didn't see how she smiled when I mentioned it? Because it's part of the game, man. I'm telling you.
No. Hakeem, she told me two things. She don't feel secure and she's not attracted to
No. Here's the thing. And I've seen this happen multiple times. Sometimes women want to, and I've seen this, women be wanting a nigga with some swag or some drip. That's not the case.
No, but
sometimes.
Hakeem, the swag and the
Hakeem,
is the man being himself. That's the thing.
Hakeem.
Man,
No,
No, I
Go
don't.
ahead.
I mean, I guess for me, like, I feel
Yeah.
like it's different for me because I don't really look for like drip or swag.
But this is how I think of this. But this is how I think of swag and dip.
Yeah.
It could be whatever you're comfortable wearing. Makes like a grown man type of look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's how that.
Exactly.
I guess it's like manly,
I mean,
like,
right.
yeah. Okay, so I guess that honestly, I think that would be out of, even if you take away security and just like the I guess not the sexual animal attraction.
Yeah.
Just maturity. It's just like, you know, you see a man and you're like, he's being manly, and I guess we could use like a quote unquote manly, you know, doing manly things. It's attractive. I know everybody's like, what is a man these days? But whatever. We're not even getting that conversation.
Yeah.
But that's what I look for. Like, I want a beard. Like, I love a beard. Like, that's just such a sexy thing to me. I just like men.
Go
like
ahead, Erica.
Men that, you know, I can, when a man leads the way that I feel like he should, I follow through. Like, and it's not in terms of like, oh, he's over me. It's just a natural, you know.
You feel secure, and you know you have a
Secure.
leader. You have somebody in the house that know that can lead, and he
Yeah.
and he take care of the house.
Yeah. And it's like
Exactly,
once I
that's it.
have that, I fall in line. Like, I'm like, okay, this is my man.
Yeah.
You know? So
But you know, those things are hard to figure out in the first couple months or the first couple days.
not
know,
only
you-
that, sometimes years. But
yeah, you know what I'm
the
saying?
best thing you can do is get to know somebody.
No, definitely. But here's another question I have. Do you ever ask those critical questions that need to be asked in the first couple days?
I do now.
Yeah, like
Early on, like a couple of years ago, I didn't. It was everything on the surface. But you know, as you like you say, you get older and you're looking
you start to
for
change
something.
it, and you start.
You start changing your approach. You start
Listen.
changing the questions you ask.
Listen, you start to see your friends get married off.
Yep, married, having babies. You're like, okay.
that start to put the time click on it. But then what I'm saying is this, you know, and I see this because, you know what I mean, I had a conversation with a guy that I know, you know what I mean, he works a good job and stuff like that, but he always complaining that there's not enough good women here in Miami. And I always say, are you sure? I say, are you sure? I say, you know what I'm saying? But then he doesn't have that. If we're going to go back to what we saying, like that energy most women want. Here's the funny thing is the Instagram hoes and the women who are educated, they all want the same men. Now, they don't want to admit that everybody's competing for that.
I agree.
That same man, the energy. What I'm saying, and the swag that I'm talking about is not only the dressing of the clothes, the way a man talk, his conversation, how he makes you laugh. You know what I mean? When he's able to cover the tab and he do certain things. And the point is, if this guy right here has that kind of money, but he doesn't have that energy you're looking for, you tend to going to lose him to Marisol.
I mean,
think about
that's
that, because listen,
another conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation. Because listen, Marisol also get Brad too. Because listen, the type of women here in Miami that I'm talking about, they don't get Brad often. Maybe in Boston and Houston and stuff like that, they able to holler at Brad. Most women here don't have a chance to holler at Ken or Brad. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
No, but I can't. If your theory, what you're saying is the truth, how come there's still a lot of men out here in Miami single?
Because
so that means they're not getting. The women are not choosing them either.
No, they're not. Because listen, the women are still want the same type of person. This the point that Jordan killed the way it says a lot of women are not from an energy standpoint. Sometimes it doesn't have to be sexual, but is that they won't take some guys who are like that. Like it's tons of guys who I know that who are not really thuggers like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was growing up, I was a nerd. I was a straight up green ass nigga. As soon as I jumped off the streets and started to mix around and you know what I'm saying, you start to get this, you could say masculine energy about you, then that attracts certain women. You know what I'm trying to say? Educated and Instagram hoes. But the thing is, there still is a plethora of men who are qualified to get married that women do not want to get with. And you know what I mean? Women are complaining, but I know that there's certain things I will agree with that a woman should not play with. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Meaning that, you know what I mean, I did have a stance about that at one point, but you know, as we get older, we you know.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Most men don't want to educate a woman. You think they do, they do not.
Listen.
That's
No, wait a minute. I'll tell you this, Ronnie.
I don't know about that.
I'll say this, Ronnie. I'll break it down. Okay, Ronnie, I'll tell you this. They want somebody that's educated.
No.
But like I said, no. But I mean, degrees is another thing. Educated degrees is another thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you can have a bunch of degrees. I've met a lot of people with degrees that are idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen, I understand where Ron is coming from. He's talking about the whole situation because there is a lot of women here who are educated who emasculate men.
Right.
There's a lot of
but the thing is, I can't know what I'm talking about because then Jordan, if that what you're saying is the truth, how come you have a lot of men today going overseas to give wives?
But you see the cultures
are like, the culture is different.
Are you talking about like women that are like super independent? Are you talking about that type of women, like the educated ones that are super independent? Like I don't know, man attitude.
No, educated women is women, like you said, one of them is women with degrees. One of them is woman that's educated too. She don't always have to have a degree. It's just that she's knowledgeable in a lot of things. Men don't have time for that because men want to be able to coach their women into the way that he want her to become.
Coach.
I'm keeping it real. Like I'm just keeping it real. This is a real conversation. You see, I'm not even smiling because you see it a lot. A lot of men are getting fed up with Americanized women and they're going overseas, they're going to different countries.
Well, I understand
to get women they can coach and to mentor and to raise wives with. That's why a lot of women in the United States is going to be even more single than ever before.
Me and my friend talk about this all the time. Like, we have conversations like, I don't think I'm going to marry an American. I just, the older I get, I'm just like, I don't think it's going to happen.
Erica, if I was you, I'll just leave Miami.
No,
I'm gonna say, you know, I'm gonna say, to me, I'm just talking about me as a man, as a married man, just being around the surroundings, and I'm just listening from you how you speaking. I will get out of Miami. That's just me. Go ahead, Hakeem.
I don't agree. I don't disagree with you, but sometimes it's the archetype of the type of person you want. Listen. I wanted somebody different when I was 18. I'm 40 now. There's a different type of woman that I want. You feel me trying to say? It's all about the archetype. Don't get me wrong. There's certain things that you can pick there, but there's other things you're going to have to take an L on.
Okay, Hakeem, for example, what type of woman you want? Just for example, reason, because I'm going to show Erica something. Go ahead. What type of woman you want? Now,
mind you, I'm a different type of person. I need somebody educated. Because, listen.
And what aspect?
Educated means common sense, but I do want a woman who have formal education because here's the thing. Women are the one who raise the kids. Point blank, period. Okay. They're the ones who instill the knowledge into children because men don't be there. We at work half the time. So if you don't have a good woman who has the common sense or knowledge to teach your kids, that's one thing. I need a woman who's going to give on-demand sex. That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a listen.
Erica, what he means by that, because people taking the wrong way means like he doesn't mean have sex every single
not every day. Listen,
but
you know what I mean, Erica. You know what I mean. If you going to work, I go to work. We don't see each other that much, and the day we finally have together, I gotta be in your guts.
But what if? Play the devil's advocate. What if she's not feeling well or she doesn't?
That's something different. But here's the thing. If I'm doing what I'm doing as your husband, wouldn't you want to please me? Mind you, listen here.
Yeah, it's just you only be pleased by sex?
No, not by sex, but here's the thing. A whole 2 weeks has passed. I haven't touched you. We go to work every day. the day I want to have sex, would I get denied? Think about it.
Depending on how she feels, if she's
So,
into that.
But in the back of your mind, you say, this nigga ain't touched me in 2 weeks. So the day he asked for it, it shouldn't be no issue. That's the point. That's the point. Think about that.
If you guys are, it's the reason. Why have you guys had sex in 2 weeks? Is it because of distant and working?
We're working. We're coming. You're coming and you're tired. I'm tired and stuff like that and stuff. So we go through that stuff. The only reason why I'm saying that,
it's just when you're ready, not when she's ready.
No, when she's ready. When she's ready, she's gonna get it. But here's the thing. It's not necessarily, it mainly be the woman who be too tired to want to have sex all the time. You already know a man love language is physical.
See, Hakeem, that's why I'm trying to tell you. Not throwing shade at Erica, because Erica know me and her go way back. Listen. But that's the issue when you're dealing with an educated woman. It's when I need it. It's not when you need it.
It's not about me or you. It's a communication.
It's to me. Okay, let me tell you.
Let the married man speak.
Let me let you know. I need a woman that's educated.
A married man don't mean nothing. I have homeboys that trying to get divorced. You get what I'm saying? I'm not don't throw a shade.
Okay,
I'm trying to show you both. I want everybody to be realistic here. I'm telling you from what I see and from what men are telling me each and every day. I'm telling you, that was the whole reason of Kevin Samuel coming forward, because a lot of men is telling you the issue with women. Go ahead, Joy.
Erica, I don't know what Ronnie's talking about. I need an edge. My wife is educated. I need an educator. I can't have somebody that's uneducated. That means she's. When you say she's not educated, that means she's slow.
Okay.
and to me, it's like
I'm not even gonna say that, but I have a homeboy right now. The woman's very educated. They have a marital issue because her education is not allowing the man to coach the woman. It's a man's job to coach the woman, and it's a woman's job to coach the kid. That's the archetype.
But I need more details. I need more context.
I just gave out a context.
I know what situation you're talking about. It's a lot more to that. It's a lot more.
That's what I want to know.
I know a homeboy that's going through that right now, and I guarantee you, he's gonna watch the live screen and he's gonna agree with what I'm saying, because what's going on in the world today, a lot of women are using their education, because let's keep it real. Most women today are more educated than men. That's facts. Most women today are educated than men. That is facts.
I can't see that because I don't have that problem.
So women now are looking men as dumb, because women are more educated than men. Men today don't even know the whole. Go ahead.
Listen, Jordan, you don't have that problem because you was with your wife for 12 years. You was with her wife.
Hakeem,
you was with her while she went to school. We talking about, look at Erica. We talking about meeting Erica as she's getting her MBA, and I'm working at City of Miami.
Exactly.
It's a different conversation.
Okay, prime example. Erica didn't know me, and I approach Erica and I say, Erica, I'm working at my job. I work a 9 to 5. I'm not going to college. This is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm only gonna be doing. You think Erica gonna date me? She's like, no,
it's gonna be an issue.
That's what I'm saying. So men today say, you know what? I'd rather go to Colombia. I'd rather go to DR. Give me a woman that's not educated, that's not Americanized. Bring her and coach her in my way.
But is there I get that, but is there, I understand what you're saying. Like I said, that's cool, but is there a plan of like getting a car or buying a house or something like that if you're gonna stay with that job? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not about that. That's something I want to do. It's not, this is what I want to do, and this is how I want to build for my family.
And you want to go somewhere because you feel like,
if Erica, you my woman, you supposed to say, you know what, I'm gonna be with him.
So you're gonna go somewhere else, so you can basically bring a woman from whatever country you go to, so
and teach her my way,
train her the way you want her to be.
Correct. See, I can't smile it, but
listen. Can I tell you something? No. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I have a friend here. I know somebody who was having trouble finding a woman here. He went to Jamaica and wiped them up with a woman.
Thank you, Hakeem. That's what
went to Jamaica and wiped them up with a woman. Now here's the thing though, but here's the thing about that, and the point that I'm trying to get is this, to finish what he was trying to say is, The issue is women have the right to choose. For the men who want to get married, Erica, you have the power to choose who you want to get married to give to the person that your opportunity of time, to the person who wants to get with you. It tends to want to be the person who you might be less attracted to.
And now that, Erica, there's a lady named April Mason. You can look her up on YouTube. She even said the reason why she getting out of the dating market, dating women, because they're too damn educated. She even telling them the women
she's
that
lesbian.
No, she's not a lesbian.
She's not a lesbian. She's a dating.
No, she was a dating coach.
Let me go.
Oh, I thought
She's
she
a
was
dating
dating
coach
women.
for
She
black-
said,
for-
Yeah.
for women. She even said that she like, look, if you want to attract a man, get rid of your education. Act like you're stupid. Act like you're dumb. And I guarantee you, no, I keep see y'all smiling. I'm giving women game so they can get married. Act like you stupid. Act like you're dumb. And I guarantee you, a ring will be on your finger.
No.
Okay?
Stupid and dumb to get married. I promise you that.
It's a lot more to that.
She already did the experiment. It's
a lot more to that.
It's a lot more.
It was talking about the standards. It was talking about the standards that women have. That was the standard is based on their education. I don't know why you find something that to know that it's true. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. No.
Because you wanted to get. No, because everybody think what I'm saying is like fairy tale, but I'm because you see it every day.
I'm not.
We're not saying that.
It's fairy tale, but I obviously have to look into whatever video or the person you're talking about.
Listen to
but from what I'm hearing, it just sounds like craziness.
Yeah, because remember, it's something foreign to you. You're not gonna understand it until you do your due diligence. You're gonna see what I'm saying. Until you're like, wow. And that's one of the issues they're having today in the dating market when it comes to women. Women seem to not understand the aspect that men don't really want a smart woman. Men just want a woman to look pretty. Men just want a woman to just look feminine. That's all they want.
Well, then go get a Barbie doll. Like what?
But that's what they do.
Go get a sex. You know they have really realistic sex dolls. That's what you need to get. If you want, I just don't understand why would you want to be with somebody that's dumb, stupid, and like. It's just
dumb, stupid in the aspect of the when I say dumb and stupid, I don't mean like dumb and stupid. And the aspect meaning that she's able to be coachable, able to understand and go what the man is saying.
Anything. If you want to coach somebody, get a league for something. Coach women, they're not animals.
But you just say you want sex like an animal, like a wild animal. You just said that earlier.
But that's okay. We're gonna compare sex with something I can match that level.
I'm just expecting.
But I guarantee you, Erica, what I'm saying,
your woman, like night and day. Right? Come on.
But Erica, what I'm saying is, what you gonna see in the comment section, a lot of men gonna agree with what I'm saying. I guarantee you.
Of course, men are gonna agree with what you're saying because men are men, and they're gonna be men at the end of the day. They're gonna think of the little box that a lot of you guys have in your brains.
So
look, because Hakeem agree with me, he just want to be argumentative. That's what it is. But
Erica, it's like, in a relationship, I'm pretty sure you want a man to lead, right?
And when I say that, I feel like I have to clarify because I'm not, whatever Ron is talking about, coaching and training, that ain't over here.
But Erica, you're going for business. When you get your employer, do you want them? Are you going to coach and train them in the way of?
I'm not going to look at my husband as my employer. That's not.
But I'm asking you when you get your employee. When you get your employee, right? When you create your business, are you going to be able to coach them in the way that you want them to perform? You're still trying to
compare a man and a woman getting together to an employee and subordinate. It's just not working for me.
It is an employee. You just say marriage is like a business.
So let me ask you
a partnership that's 50-50. That's what it is.
I don't think it's a partnership. I don't think it's no such thing, but go ahead.
So when you say a partnership, you're going to pay 50% of the rent?
Sure. Why not? But,
okay.
No,
but honestly, I don't think a man that I would get with would want me to pay. But I have no problem. I will be financially there to be able to do it.
No, but would that you to pay or not? You want to take it down?
Would that be a partnership if he's paying 80% of the bills?
Whatever two people who are in a partnership decide what's best for their business is what's best for their business.
So let me ask
at
you
the end of the day, if it's 50-50, it's 50-50.
So let me ask you a question. Do you or when the last time have you cooked for somebody?
2 days ago.
Oh, for a man?
Oh, look at Erica.
For a man, no.
Oh.
No, that's what I mean.
What
When
do
the
you
last
The
time
last
you
time I
cooked?
cooked for a man was the last time I was in a relationship. You think I'm gonna be just cooking for any man? No.
What about
that's not how it works.
what about wash his clothes? Why everybody laughing?
Can you try to marry her? No,
No, no.
Bro, you're asking me when the last time I washed a grown ass man's
Yeah,
clothes?
because listen, the point that I'm trying to say, it falls into that whole realm of, do you think you can be in the space to like be in that realm with a man to submit to somebody like that?
So if you guys are crazy. I do not see myself
You guys are crazy.
cooking and cleaning just for a man. Like,
No, but what if you meet somebody
I can do it. Now, let me put the disclaimer. I'm not saying I won't do it, but
Okay.
it's not going to be like a standard, like, hi, honey, you're home. The clothes are washed. Here's the food on the table. Because I'm probably going to be getting home later than him.
Yeah, but what if you meet somebody that might like that? Like, and the only reason why
that person would not be for me.
Whoa.
You see Hakeem? Now you like, oh, whoa. I don't want to.
I mean,
I love Erica.
How are we going to move forward and even think about dating or marriage when we're not on the same page? That's just a waste of time. Do you not agree?
But Erica, you don't agree that the woman got to be on the man's page? You think the man?
I think no. I think that when a woman's on the man's page, that's when problems arise. I feel like we need to be on the same page.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like we need to be on the same page. How can
I love Erica.
Okay,
Erica's
so the thing
really
is,
enjoying.
how can you? Okay, wait. How can you say a woman needs to be on a man's page? Okay, but what if what's on his page she doesn't agree with and she's not flowing with? Then she's unhappy. So what you guys are telling me, as long as the man is happy, you feel like the marriage is going to be good.
Yes, because if the man's happy, it reciprocates to the woman.
Well, I will say this, and Ronnie, me and Ronnie had this conversation. I can't remember, it was the last time we've been to Miami. Last time I've been to Miami, it might as well. Erica, I thought as us as being in the same page until I told my wife, said, hey, well, me and my wife, we think about moving out to Miami and everything.
Ooh.
And it was either going to be California, which is LA, which we're living right now, and also in Atlanta, to be close to her family. And then I told her, it's like, okay, for me, I want to move to California, and we was in a tumble of breaking up in a way, right? So I told Z, if you want, let's move to California. That's where I want to move to Atlanta. And when I made that move, that's when I, before we moved, that's when I proposed to her. Mm. And so, and then after that, I told her, I told her the plan of how we was gonna do everything. I had like a 2 or 3 year plan what we was gonna do. So basically, she said, okay. And it's like, all right, cool. And then, she's kind of following of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And my thinking is this. She believed in me. She believed in me. If it wasn't gonna work out, she was gonna move to Atlanta. Maybe we wasn't gonna be together. You know what I'm saying? But I strongly
That's
believe.
Real.
I strongly believe if I was gonna move, I need to make it work out. If I was gonna make it work out, I have to hurry up and do what I need to do. Because at the first year, my wife, she didn't like LA. So I was like, oh, okay, I was like, okay. I was like, come on, Z, let's, give some time and everything. But, sooner or later we got married, we making very, very good money for ourselves. We live in a nice little apartment. And when we did our vows, he said, when we did our vows, he's like, what was important to me is say, hey, babe, all the stuff that you said was true, and I will follow your lead anywhere I go. Because I'll bring consistency in my marriage. Always. I feel like we bring consistency to your, in a marriage to your wife. Make sure the bills are paid. make sure, you know, we go out or go on vacations, consistent in sex and everything. As long as a man's doing that and that woman's following that page, there should be no fear in that, because my wife is happy.
So
to me, and then with, you know, with we did
My point exactly.
we did marriage counseling. I did some therapy. She did self-therapy. Right now, my wife is the most happiest, the most positive I have ever seen her.
But do you guys have conversations? You say you went to therapy.
Yeah.
Counseling.
Marriage counseling.
So
Yes.
you guys, I can tell you guys have like a healthy dynamic because you speak and talk. So whatever, I'm sure that when you planned out or whatnot, the life that you guys wanted, that you wanted for you guys, I'm sure you had mentally put some input of things that you guys spoke about. Did you not?
Yeah, I planned it. Yeah, planned it.
So that's for me a completely different thing of just knowing your spouse or the person that you want to be with and understanding what they need and meeting your needs in the middle.
Right.
You may lead, but I feel like it was not just like, okay, this is what I want and this is what you're going to do.
Oh,
So-
she's talking about the way I be talking like a former, like a dictator. But I'm telling her,
Yeah.
it's not me.
Putin
It's not me
over
being
here.
a dictator. It's not me being a dictator. It's a way of the patriarch. But Hakeem, your mic is muted. Your mic is muted.
Yeah, your mic.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. The question is, what, Erica? Could you see yourself being in the shadows of your husband?
Oh no, I'm too much of a star for that.
Okay.
Ooh,
You know, I know what
I like this answer. Hakeem, I like this answer
Shadows.
though. I like this
I'm the
answer.
star. What do you mean?
This
No,
answer
listen,
here is a stud.
Listen, you know the reason why I asked that? Because ultimately, when he just told the story, she had to give up something for him.
Her willingness.
That's what it is. That's what a marriage is. It's compromising.
But
like working together. But I'm sure he had to give up something too. It's not just a one-way street.
No, definitely. But they've been together 12 years. The question I'm asking, let's say you meet a man tomorrow and you sacrifice certain things. Are you yeah, but are you willing to take it to another level to come beside certain ideologies you have to make something work?
Of course. I've always been an open-minded individual, and I pride myself on that.
Okay, that's a good
thing. I feel
thing.
like,
That's
you know,
that's a good thing.
My views and stuff evolve and change all the time. I'm not just set, but I mean, obviously there's certain things that I'm just like, I don't think I would be comfortable with.
Yeah.
But you know, each situation can bring you to a different conclusion.
No,
so I'm definitely a very open-minded person. I will say that.
No.
As long as she's open-minded,
as long as you say that,
if you get the right man, you're gonna be some stuff that you probably do some stuff
no,
that
but
you
with
probably
Erica,
never.
you gotta make. With Erica, you gotta make
You
sure
hush up. What are you about to say?
No,
you gotta make sure it makes sense.
But
about
no,
what do you say?
No, what Erica said she's open-minded.
No,
so
she's open-minded.
That's good, because a man likes someone that's open-minded. That means if we communicate about something, and she's open about it, you know, she's not gonna be like, oh, I need this, She's open about it.
Now, my last point is this: what do you think that could happen to make the guys that are that are not irresistible to women, to make that are unresistible, to make them irresistible to them?
You mean like the ones that are great guys, but they just can't connect?
You know what I mean? You see how you kept saying my son, he's cute. You see, you know what I'm saying?
I think he's fun.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I can honestly think he could be a great husband for somebody.
I agree 1000%. But like, I just feel like with like situations like that, I just think it depends on the individual, and it's about it's just I feel like it's not it's tough because I don't think it's a black and white conversation. Yeah. It's more like
have you I understand where you're coming from. Have you ever had a friend who was dating some guy who they say, oh, I don't really fuck with him like that, but you seen other qualities and told your homegirl, maybe you need to think twice about this?
Good question.
Yes. Yeah. It's actually one of my friends that I was talking about. The one I was speaking about earlier, when she's just like, oh my gosh, she's like too nice and he's too, you know, he's not what she's used to. And I just feel like, you know, if you have a man that's there for you, who always makes sure you're okay, great communication, you know, maybe he's not the ideal height, or he's not the ideal, like the physical features or whatnot, but you know, if you can hang out with him and enjoy your time, why not explore that more? Why think about all the negative things that he doesn't have?
100%.
And I feel like, I just feel like certain people have to get to that kind of level where they're, you know, back to the more open-minded, being more open-minded and like saying like, you know,
Yes.
okay, I don't want to, once again, like just check up. Do you have this? Do you have that? Because somebody's going to always be missing something.
Always.
And if you continue to have that kind of mindset, you're going to miss out on a lot of, not only in like relationships, but just people in general, you know, just trying to find perfect that doesn't exist. So, you know, like I really changed my approach to dating in general because, you know, I don't necessarily, when I think of like my guy, I don't necessarily see like a race. I don't see like you know, I see him, but I feel like he can be molded into many different ways, if that makes sense. I do feel like he won't be American though. The more I'm out
maybe
here,
like a Nigerian or something like that.
Probably somewhere in Europe.
Why you had to say it like that? What about the United States?
I don't know.
There's some guys like me out here.
Erica, I mean,
There's
you
some
in
guys
Miami,
like me out here that's smiling. I got a good smile. You see I'm
Erica,
smiling?
if I was you, I'll leave. Like I said, cause I live, like I said, I'm born and raised in Michigan. I lived in Miami for 8 years.
So you understand. And that's what I'm planning to do. Like, I don't want to be here any longer. Like I said, I'm done with my program in August, and I've been trying to look into jobs to see if I can get relocated because I feel like Miami's.
I'm gonna come hunt you down. I'm gonna come hunt you down. If you're in Europe, I'm bring you right back to the United States. You ain't going nowhere.
I don't know. It's just sometimes I don't know. A lot of men mindset is just not.
I can agree with you because for men like us, the dating market is real horrible here. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have a certain dollar sign next to your name, certain women are not going to talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's just realistic. I'm not even gonna lie. You know,
it's a fact. Like if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Money talks.
It does. So you're basically competing with men who are scammers and men who have a little bit more going on.
Or men that are really old, have a lot of money.
Hey, Hakeem, why you sound depressed?
No. Because here's the thing. A woman don't want you at your journey. She wants you at the finish line.
Correct.
You know what? I feel like, okay, can I make a comment on that?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like for some women, you have been burned with like building this man up. You're talking about some getting to the finish line, and then you don't even get to make it to the finish line because they've been done flip the script, and you don't prepare this man for another woman. That's happened countless of times. One woman going through so much with this man, and he finally decides to get his life together after he ran through her.
But
and then he's nice and packaged for the next woman.
That is
so
fact.
Just because I look like him doesn't mean I'm gonna do the same thing.
Well, that comes to like trust and trauma.
And women carry that over. Women tend to deal with a lot of toxic men, but if you see I'm on my journey, but here's the thing: if you meet me at the finish line, by that time I want 7 different hoes. I'm being real with you.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean? And usually men with money who tend to have more options or tend to be more polyamorous because they don't see if I know you're materialistic and you might not intentionally materialistic because most women are hypergamous. They want men who are secure.
Yeah.
I tend to have more to pick of the litter. So if I tend to do that, why should I marry you? What
makes you different? Yeah. What makes you stand out?
And to be honest with you, I can get somebody younger.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be more in line, not more abused, not more with ideology. There'll be a blank canvas. You know what I mean? And this is the thing that I'm saying, but this is why I say is sometimes you could get them guys you're not going to get burnt with, because there's a certain type of guy that you get with and he's fucked up and you help go to, he's going to definitely burn you. But you got some guys who are not like that. They still tend to not get hollered at. This is what I'm trying to say. So when I see somebody like you, because I know a ton of women like you who I've met, and it was I can't. They can put these posts up and say, "Oh, I got my house, I got this and that." That's not really attractive to a man. This is where we come into. Like, do you know what attracts a man?
Tell me what's attractive.
Okay. And it's the thing that in this, I can give you an example. Femininity. You know what I mean? The way you talk, you have a little bit of discernment. You know what I mean? You're meek. You're soft. And I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm gonna be real honest with you. If you're able to do things that women typically are not going to do, you know that? Like, that's why I asked you earlier, like, when the last time you cooked for somebody? When the last time you washed their clothes? And we're talking about, don't get me wrong, let me say this too. Not a lot of men are looking for that either. So I do agree with you on that. There's men who don't care about
there's a lot of men, I guess you would call them progressive. And well, they don't really follow like more traditional, or they don't have the expectations of more traditional things, which is fine.
Yeah, and listen,
but there's like levels to
it. There's levels to it. And listen, people who tend to come from very, very strict backgrounds or culture, especially depending on the demographics or the area they come from, you're going to meet a man who's going to have an expectation of that. Like, if you say you want to date somebody from Europe or Italy, what you think might be the point as far as, or Ukraine or something like that? There, and mind you, I'm mentioning these places because for 100%, a patriarchy is number one over there. You know that.
Absolutely.
It's number one.
It is.
You know what? But the way that their approach is just so different. Like,
listen,
I can't. I like that the men that
but the thing is,
Europe is.
Have you ever dated somebody
different
from Europe before?
I've not officially dated anyone from Europe, but I have gone on dates with men from Europe, and a lot of my friends have dated like Europeans. And like, just for an example, like this guy we met, where was he from? Oof, I think he was from like maybe France or something. And you know, I was hanging out with my girlfriend and we went to a Heat game, and you know, she saw him and she was like, oh my gosh, he's so attractive, whatever. Long story short, he started like hanging out with us and decided to hang out with us. He was such a gentleman the entire night. And like, we all went out to drink and eat, and he literally, and I was like, no, you don't have to do this. Like, he bought my food, he bought my drinks, he bought her food, her drinks. And like, that happens a lot, I've noticed, with like men from Europe. Like, the way that they approach women
or white men,
is just so different. White men, yeah.
No, because the thing is, the reason
White
why
men.
they do that because they understand the aspect of, I'm the man, I gotta make sure the woman is treated like a queen. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the way of a patriarch. See, people give misunderstanding of the patriarch. The way of a patriarch is the man being a leader. So I gotta lead by example. I gotta open car doors. I gotta make sure my ladies go to the restroom. I stand up.
A lot of these men,
you get what I'm saying?
Do that.
I'm the leader.
But they want to be down. They want to be leading the marriage and everything else. But you don't even.
No, but the thing is,
you only want to have to it.
Nobody if I make the woman feel comfortable with me, because the whole point is to make the woman feel comfortable with me, to know that she is safe. Women want to feel safe at the end of the day. So by me doing those things for her, she's going to feel safe around me. So if I ask her, hey, baby, I want you to do this for me. I want you to do this for me. This is how I want things to go. She's going to automatically be submissive to it, because she'll be like, I'm already safe around him. He doing things the right way. He doing the thing that a man is supposed to do. That's what I stand for. Go ahead, Akeem. Go ahead. Sorry.
Now, there's an analogy that I said not too long ago. You know the reason why Black women see other men of other races as a patriarchy, because in our own culture, Black men are not held up to a high standard. We're compared to hyenas. You know,
Right.
hyena. I say this in an example. You know, hyenas are is an exact where the woman is number one in the food chain, and then the kids and the man are last.
Mhm.
So if you're a woman, a Black woman like yourself, where you've never seen a man of substance or been interacting with those type of men, Black women tend to see other men of other races as a high regard because they haven't had a negative experience with them.
Exactly.
So look at it from that point, because what you was explaining, there's a ton of Black men who do that.
Yeah.
There's ton of Black men who not gonna ask for sex on the same night. They'll pay the whole bill and say, hey, you know, I'll talk to you
but
later.
You know what? I mean, when I said that, I know I said that the guy was white, but I just feel like just even the Black men, they just have a different approach that come from like, you know.
Erica, I hear what you're trying to say, because it was a different experience, and you felt some of that was like a cultural difference of what you're used to.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
But
I got you.
But what about is the certain type of Black men you're able to interact with?
I can interact with any Black man.
No. I know you can. I'm just saying that you meeting this particular type of person that, hey, what that mouth do? You're meeting just those particular type of person, and haven't met the guy who's going to.
You know, they have that energy. You know, and it's not only the Black men. It's like a lot of Hispanic men as well.
Yeah, definitely. So the thing I'm saying is this: there's guys like my son who are not like that.
Yeah.
What I have a question for what if let's say Erica, he's not like that right now, but what do you start building and he's going towards that maybe a year or two from now? And maybe a year or two now, you might see him differently than you would today.
Maybe. It's not a closed door. I think he's a great guy.
Okay.
Maybe
It's somewhat,
maybe
hey,
from the heart.
No, listen.
I was gonna say, I can't sound like your son needs to build.
No. Listen, and I was using him as an example, not to because because I know him from a long time. I knew him when he was a kid, and the only reason why, because his mother, for the love of Christ, his little brother's a thug. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But this dude, he reminds me of the guys that I went to high school with who did not hang with gangsters. They went to college. They did the right thing. He has a good job. You know what I mean? He wasn't sexually irresponsible. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm saying, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm saying, hey, this guy should be marrying the creme de la creme of educated Black women. But I don't see, and like I say, I don't know his business, but me being who I am and me being from the streets, I know women are not.
All we know, your son probably out is smashing all the hoes.
No, who knows that? But he is a good guy. He had his dad and his mom in his life. He doesn't come off like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm
You
saying,
don't know,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
So
So the point I'm trying to get is, like, look at my man here, Jordan. He's not a thug. You feel me?
Right.
So he doesn't give off that thuggish energy, that energy that most women like. The point, same thing with Ronnie and shit like that.
I do give out the energy. Yeah, I give out that asshole energy.
No.
So you see, Erica knows.
So the point I'm saying is, if women are leaving dating, what about these guys here that women don't? Women classify these guys as the ones that are not fun. He's boring. He's too nice. He allows me to do whatever. His D game is not approachable. You're not gonna get your husband. The one you're gonna marry is not gonna have the best D. His mouth game.
She's not worried about that, though. I don't think she is.
No. I know she's not.
I feel like I'm a great coach. So
no, definitely. So that's what I'm saying is, I think over time when we get older, because listen here, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was growing up, I wanted stripper hoes growing up.
Not stripper hoes.
I'm being real with you. I wanted light-skinned
Dated
stripper
them.
hoes.
I dated them.
Listen,
I dated them.
I
You
did
know what?
too.
I like that he was on. He said,
Before I met
light-skinned.
my wife, I did too.
No,
I
listen,
respect it.
listen, I'm gonna be real with you. The Black community teach you about you're programmed to be a colorist.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, 1000%. And not only the Black community, society, Hollywood in general teaches
Yeah.
you that.
Right.
It's only until I left him and moved to New York with somebody had put me up on a wake-up call. What I wanted back then is not what I wanted now. You get what I'm trying to say? So I do agree. As you get older, you tend to. I didn't even want to get married. Yeah, I didn't even want to get married back then. It's after I got older, I was like, okay, it's time to settle down and not pay enough. And listen, I even understand the whole matriarchy thing, but here's the thing: that only works if a woman is going to be on the same program as you. Because here's the thing: if you don't put your man first, like other women do, and Black women don't. I'm not saying all. But I don't think it's kind of hard for a woman who has her stuff together to put a man first in her life.
So you're saying that you have so you're saying that a woman that has everything together, basically, it's hard for her to put a man first.
You know why? Because that's how can you seem to be correct? Because like when women, they focus on more their careers and their degrees, and they put a man second instead of putting a man first and then putting wherever you have second, it's gonna be type of hard to do that. And I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah. Now, Erica, if you was in a situation like Kim, where if you was with a man for 10 years, your thought process would be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like if you was with a man from high school, or like, let's say for instance, you dated a guy, y'all went through college together, and he was just doing something different. You've had so much invested in him, other things wouldn't matter to you. You wouldn't think. Yeah.
You think differently. I mean, obviously, like being in an experience like that changes your mindset completely. So I agree.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. But I want all of us to get married here.
Well, we already have, one person in the group.
Well, hey, I need to see more because, like, me and my wife, we have friends, and a lot of them is not married. We don't have a very few.
Only people, like, I'm just thinking about my friend group. I have a couple of friends in. One moment.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Put on mute.
I'm doing a podcast.
Tell her hello.
Hey, Erica. I love how her mother still got that nice Southern accent. I love that.
No, that was my aunt.
She has a nice Southern accent.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's over here. But sorry about that, guys. What was I supposed to say? I was about to make a point.
Have her after we done listening to the show and tell her what's your thoughts. Your auntie, like, what's your thoughts?
She'd probably be agreeing with you guys. She's so dang old fashioned.
You see, I'm done, man.
Praise the Lord.
My thing is, Erica,
every time she comes over here, she'd be like, Erica. I'm like, yes. Oh, I thought somebody said something.
Yeah, it was Hakeem's background.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody.
But yeah, like I think we're talking about like us, everybody getting married, and I feel like we all find somebody. We all have qualities that we can attract somebody. I think it's just going to come down to finding a person that really works for us. It's just I feel like trying to date in this current dating scene. We're gonna have to. It's like searching through a needle through a haystack, kind of, So I don't know.
I got it.
We'll see.
But
the best way, the best way I feel like is just really learning to talk to each other again and having those conversations. And I think people are mistaken, like leaving comments on Instagram and sending emojis. as a form of communication, and it's not. You know, you can't get to know someone. And I've had guys in the past that like to be on like texting. You can't get to know someone through text messaging.
Exactly. I agree with that.
Let me ask you a question. Do you blame the other women who allow that? Because sometimes men will follow trends. If one woman,
I agree.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of blame on both sides of the current, you know, dating culture. And there's a lot of women that do it as well. They're just like text messages and memes, and I'm like, we don't really talk on the phone. What do you mean you don't really talk on the phone? You barely hang out. You just text all day. Like, how are you guys developing a relationship?
I had a girl to do me that one time. She was like, "Oh, I don't really be on the phone like that," but she'll be on the phone with her friends. So I get mad. I totally get mad, and I just say, "Hey, what's up? I'm trying to fuck. Come to the crib."
Straight to the point.
Yeah, no. If we can't have a conversation, I got mad. So this is the thing. So sometimes people are living a facade. A lot of people don't really want relationships. They playing games. You feel me?
Yeah, some people just want to some people just want to play. Some people want somebody to chase after them because it strokes their ego. A lot of people are not in it for something real. And that's just the reality, which is kind of sad because the people who are get mixed up with those people, and it kind of just disencourages you.
No,
like,
you're
what the
right.
heck am I doing? You know? So, but at the end of the day, it's like, what else can you do? You have to find your person. You have to maneuver through all the bullshit.
Definitely. I can't wait to come to a marriage for you, bro.
You will be getting a wedding invite and be like, let's party.
I'm gonna have on my Nigerian wear. The all black, you know what I'm saying? All
you
black.
Be a Nigerian man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, they're gonna break bread too.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna break bread. But yeah, no, this was a beautiful.
I better get an invite to both of y'all weddings.
Oh no,
I couldn't go to yours. I didn't know you, but if you remember your vows, let me know.
Hey, they better get me now before I get the money, because I might want 4 wives there.
Okay. Different wife for each day.
I'm trying to tell you, you gotta get me before, you gotta get me as I'm on the incline up, because by that time I might be another nigga then.
Brand new.
I'm trying to, hey, praise the Lord. Yeah.
Brand new.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I ain't gonna lie, this was a pretty dope discussion. I ain't gonna lie,
definitely.
was so many deep
We'll
moments.
Always enjoy discussion.
I learned a lot.
Likewise.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we actually behave. Normally we go in, but this
We
one,
go in.
we
loud, real loud.
Hey, Erica,
a new approach in 2022.
Listen, Erica used to go off on us like, Neil, please.
But like I said, it seems like she's like family, you know.
Oh no,
no. Well,
yeah,
you know, definitely family. Yeah,
love.
Yeah, her, Roxy, Chanel.
Oh man, that was a crazy one.
No,
yeah. Me and Roxy
listen,
listen.
You should have been there. Listen, when this man said ice cream, they all snapped.
Yeah,
and the whole room. They all
we got
snapped.
the episode. They snapped on me hard.
They snapped.
And I mean, they called me right out there like,
I said,
you really take girls on ice cream date?
I said, that's not me.
Oh yeah, I heard that one. I heard that one. That was funny. I heard that one. That was funny.
Roxy.
I said, that's not me.
Roxy,
I say,
Chanel, all the women on me.
Hey, I swipe credit cards. I go on big dates. I said, not ice cream.
Period.
I said ice cream. I didn't sugarcoat it, Jordan. I said, I go to Wynwood. I tell you where it's at. Really cool spot.
No, I remember. I heard it. I heard it on the podcast. And you went, you went in there, Ronnie. And
Erica knows she full of it.
Erica was not playing that night.
I'm not with his foolishness, okay? I'm not going to entertain his foolishness at all. No.
Be like, I'm coming. Absolutely. If I'm in her going to date, she's like, Ronnie, I'm coming. Don't worry, I'll be right there.
Erica was not playing. Yeah, he wasn't playing that night.
You think I'm boohoo the fool? Absolutely, positively not.
But listen here.
Believe y'all want to.
You know the only funny thing about that whole situation, and you know I love the other girls, but Erica was the only person who can actually probably speak and say that
Yeah, because Chanel was upset. She was going in.
Listen, Erica, you had more grounds to say, nah, nigga, come a little bit better.
Exactly.
Chanel
Right.
like, no, you broke.
Come a little bit better. Yeah, come a little bit better. Come a little
What?
bit better.
I like her kid. I like her kid. I can hold my own. Don't worry.
Yeah. I was like,
You
I was
know,
quiet, but I
my
was
king
like,
women. Yeah, he's like, damn, I got it. Yeah, he always
I was
on
like,
though.
man, look at here.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
And then Rocky
Crazy.
said, you should cheat. I said, well, I'm cheat,
I was like,
but the cheat won't be the main one with all the money. But go
oh
ahead.
man, I said, Lord Jesus. I said, this shit going left, boy.
It was entertainment, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It really
It was
was.
very entertaining. Matter of fact, you made me want to go back and go listen to it again.
Oh man.
Okay, it was really good.
I might do it too.
Yeah. That definitely.
Yeah,
It sounds,
but
it sounds like we need a better of a sexes in the summertime.
No, we
We
got
need to do all
to.
that. Yeah.
Listen,
got to.
hopefully,
I'll bring all the
hopefully,
men
Make
back.
sure I'm on that freaking panel.
no, you will. And
I
listen,
will.
hopefully, when we have the studio, it could be live.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whole table, a round table.
I will
be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be crazy. But yeah, man, Erica, it's
But
always a
Erica,
pleasure.
it was a pleasure to have you here. It's always,
Lord
Thank you
Jesus.
guys for having me.
Girl, we missed you so much.
I know it's
Yeah.
been too long.
I was talking behind your back all the time.
Oh, no.
I say, Ronnie, this girl done left us. She don't even come on the show no more. I was talking the whole year.
Traveling the world. You was in Paris.
I was telling him every day. I say, listen. I say, this girl in Boston. Me and Ronnie, I said, boy, she in Boston today. Where's she gonna be at tomorrow? She like this.
Erica traveled.
Hey, she was in the club with the white boys, like.
Hey,
Wait,
you know what? I gotta get it all
lives,
out.
man.
I gotta get my traveling and everything out now because be a mama. In a couple of
Yeah.
years, so.
There you go.
I like
be
that.
a mama. You see that?
I like
market.
that. Praise the Lord.
But you already know, man.
Praise the Lord.
Be a wife and a mama.
Hey, listen.
Traveling.
Listen, Erica changed it too. Lord Jesus.
Yeah, she
Lord
did.
Jesus. Lord Jesus.
She got tired of the bullshit. She knew it's all lies.
Ooh.
It's an agenda to make women
I'm
single,
still have my
bro.
fun when I'm a wife and a mom.
No, yeah,
But-
definitely. No, definitely. But listen, the fact that you
That's
want to
good.
be one.
That's good.
for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
And in
proud
that
of
order,
you.
wife, then mom. Boom.
Yeah,
I'm proud of
marry,
you.
marry before you carry.
Period.
Hmm?
No judgment to the women that,
No judgment. But listen here. The fact that you had, this is why I say you spoke, there's a reason you can speak a certain kind of way and the other girls can speak, but you have validation because you did something that they didn't do. And no offense to them, everybody's life experience is different compared to us. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, you have a little bit more leverage on getting the type of person you want. I can look at you and say, you can get a nigga with money because you bringing something to the table they can't bring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm trying to say? And that's not being disrespectful. It's just real. A man who does not have kids is going to have trouble being with a woman who has kids. But if you come in and you're educated, you bring your womb, there was like, I might as well just sign her up and keep her moving. I don't know if you heard, there was an issue that, just to bring this up and it's like this, Lil Durk took a blowback earlier today because he said the reason why he got with his girlfriend because she had a low body count. A lot of women took offense to that.
You know why?
Yeah, you should.
You know why? Because they have a high body count. That's why.
A lot of women, he said this, he said, I'm going to marry her because she wasn't passed around.
Mm-hmm.
It's and women take offense to that, but how do men take offense when women say, hey, he has a low money count?
Mm-hmm.
You say they say he has a low money count.
Low money count. I'm just giving an example. Like,
okay.
He's at a low money count. So this is why I say, like, I can honestly say, like, yeah, Erica's not gonna get her Uber driver. You can get you a nigga with a bag.
Erica, to me, it sounds like me. Unless you just need to get out of Miami. If you feel like Miami,
No.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
you got out of Miami.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. You go to Dallas. You go to Dallas, you'll be all right.
Yes,
you go to Dallas.
Yes,
you'll be straight. Houston, stay away. San Antonio, no, keep from Dallas. Yeah, you'll be all right. There's a lot of Christian feminists there. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of Christian feminists. It's some big churches there. A lot of big black churches there. But you
okay, black. I thought you were talking about the white feminists.
No. Yeah, a lot of like they have I think it ain't the Potter's house is over. No, that's in Atlanta.
Yeah, but it is Dallas, Texas. It is.
The Potter's house.
Yeah.
It's a lot of big black churches there. So it's a lot of jobs. You know what I mean. So I could, you know what I mean. So we'll see what's cracking.
Yes, sir.
So we love you, man. I love you, Erica.
Yeah, we love you, man. Great to have you on the show.
Love you.
And nice to meet you, Erica.
Nice to meet you.
You already
Thank
know
you guys
that
for having me on, huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna tell you. You already know how we do it, Erica.
No, I can't wait for the next topic and debate.
Let's get it.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
Let's get it. That being said, KO Culture Radio, we out.
Yeah. Peace.